Hey folks, what is going on? Justin Masson here with Nintendo Dads. And ever since we received the Attack Vector swappable grip case for the Nintendo Switch 2 from our good friends over at Genki, one of the biggest questions we get asked in the comments is, but is it dockable? Well, let's take a look. All right, so here is the box from Genki Attack Vector. One of the first things they claim, or one of the 6 things they claim, is that it is dockable. So let's go try it out. So here it is. Here's the Nintendo Switch 2. Here it is with the Genki case on it. You can see there's the kind of core frame. Here are the grips onto it. And so we are going to go put this in my Nintendo Switch 2 dock, which is over here. Again, before you say anything in the comments about cord management, back off. I'm rearranging stuff, all right? So I don't want to hear it. So here we go. We're going to put it into the dock. You can see, there we go. We've got our light. We've got our power source in. We're going to turn it, we're going to turn it on. There we go. That'll run through the TV. The TV should check on here in a second. There it goes. Yes, all these other things. And of course, my Pro Controller apparently is not turning on. There it is. Okay, and there we go. So it is docked in the dock, has the case on it, and we are able to have pass-through to be able to play the games we want. So there you go. The one thing I would say about it, and so it does fit, my one comment is it's a little bit snug for sure going in. You can definitely feel it's a bit snug as you bring it in. The other part I would say is I do have a protective case on it on the screen, but it does feel just a touch snug. But that's just me. Yeah, so there you go. There's your answer. It does dock, and it does pass through, and it does charge with the Genki Attack Vector case on the Nintendo Switch 2. Again, big thank you to Genki for sending over the Attack Vector for us to do these content. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. And one of the questions that we've been getting asked a lot, especially now that we have the Attack Vector from Genki, is does the grips that they provide and the cases connect into the Joy-Con dock? So let's take a look and find out. Okay, so again, big thank you to Genki for sending us over the Attack Vector swappable grip case for the Nintendo Switch 2. There it is. Here is my grip, and here is the Nintendo Switch 2 console in the actual case. So I'm going to take off the Joy-Cons. Now, by default, it's not going to fit because we have the actual swappable grips on. So let's take off the swappable grip. There are 3 different swappable grips, just as a bit of a reminder about the product. Those 3 are the feather grip, the balance grip, and the anchor grip. Currently, I have on the anchor grip, but they're still in their shell. So you can see there is the shell of it, but does it actually fit? And I'm probably going to say no, because I think these are going to interconnect there, but let's see if we can get this to fit. No, it doesn't. So you can kind of see right there, because the actual shell has these kind of grips associated with it right there. That's where the actual, sorry, I guess I could say hooks would say more than anything else, because that's where the grips actually come in and connect like that. Because those exist, and again, I'll use this left one as an example, you can kind of see it's not flush, and so when you go to put it in, it does not actually provide it the space to connect. And so I'm not going to force that, obviously. So you would have to actually take the Joy-Cons out of the case, out of the frame that they have, to then actually use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock. So something to be aware of. Again, that was probably it's a very popular question that we have got asked, is do they actually connect? And so the answer is they do not. Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and big thanks to Genki for providing the Attack Vector for us to review. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, what's going on? Justin Masson here with Nintendo Dads, and we've continued to look at the Attack Vector swappable Nintendo Switch 2 case from Genki, answering some of your questions. And one of the most popular questions I get is, does it fit in a case with the Attack Vector on? So let's take a look. So here is my Nintendo Switch 2. I have the Attack Vector case from Genki on. These are the feather, which ones are these? I apologize. These are a specific name. Feather grip. These are the feather grip handle swappable grips that I have on it. I like this. It's a little bit more form-fitting, or sorry, a little lower profile. Feels really nice. Feels just a little bit bigger than the Joy-Con. And again, that is the Attack Vector swappable grip from Genki. The question was, does it fit in a case? Well, handily enough, I have a Genki case, the sleeper case, and it actually says on the very back, it secures a console alone or in the Attack Vector, which I have, with the feather grip on. So here is the Genki sleeper case. I absolutely love and adore this case. We're going to open it up. Here is our Nintendo Switch 2. And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. It fits right in there. There is our spot for our game cards. It goes over top. Close. Close. Ah. That zipper's a little bit stiff. And there you go. It is secure. So that is the Attack Vector case with the feather grip on the side of it in the Genki sleeper case. Fully protected, virtually indestructible. Yeah, and there it is. It feels good. This is going to be great for travel. I love the way this looks. It's, again, low profile, very, very sturdy, wool wrap. It's got 18 game slots for storage, right? Incognito zipper. So there we go. We take that off. There's our game console right there. Fits great. Easy to take off. And we're into our gaming session. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. If you're new here, click like and subscribe. Big thanks to Genki for providing us the Attack Vector. The sleeper case was purchased by us as well here at Nintendo Dads. But there you go. Genki, some of our favorite Nintendo Switch accessories, making some incredible accessories for the Nintendo Switch 2. And we highly recommend both of these products as you think about your accessories for the Nintendo Switch 2. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. And I continue to get a lot of questions about Genki's Attack Vector Nintendo Switch 2 case. And some of the questions I get most are actually about the grips. So in this video, I'm going to talk specifically about the grips that are included and my impressions with them. All right, so let's jump into it. Okay, so here we are with the back of the box. Now, there are three types of grips. There is the feather grip, the balance grip, and the anchor grip. And they actually have a bit of a summary over here about them. The feather grip being a minimal grip, perfect for cozy couch sessions, balanced and all-day comfort, palm-fitting curves for RPG marathons, and then the anchor, enhanced pro control, textured triggers for extended base, for four-finger competitive control. So those are the those are the three that we have there, and here they actually are, and I have them on the Switch. So these are the anchor grip ones. They're fairly bigger, and you can see that like they fit. The back kind of, your fingers kind of like rest really comfortably actually in that space when you have it on the grip, or sorry, on the system. The next one here is the balance one, and we see as comparatively to the other one that doesn't have the kind of extra divot, so to say, for your finger to fit in. They're a bit wider for sure. Still very, very comfortable as well. I'd say like a really great session to give a little bit more to your hands, especially if you have like a little bit bigger hands. The Switch can feel a little bit confined. I would say the Switch 2 a lot less, but it still fits very nicely. And this is, I think, a very balanced one. And the next one we have over here, which I actually currently have on here, is the feather grip. It's very light. It's a low profile attachment. It adds just a little bit more. If anything, it just adds a bit of depth to the back of the Joy-Con and a little bit of texture, really. So it's very, very low profile. The question I get asked a lot is like, which one do I prefer? Well, I would say I've been doing a lot of the gaming with the feather grip. Now, one of the reasons I like the feather grip the most is it actually fits into my traveling case really well. So I have the Genki sleeper case here. The full Attack Vector with the feather grips on fits in absolutely perfectly. So I'm a fan of that. And actually, most of my handheld gaming, I've been using just the feather grip as well. However, I have been using the anchor at times as well. I find that fits very nicely. It's comfortable. It's a little bit bulkier, but definitely comfortable. And I think it is sort of that long gaming session that you're jumping into. One of the questions I have got asked a lot about is like, what is the mouse experience like with these on? And so I would say, and I've actually got, here we go, the mouse set up there. I'm gonna move this mouse. What I find, both the balance, you can kind of see it over here. There it is. Both the balance grip and the anchor grip provide a bit of a bigger. We got cut off there for a second. I ran out of my 3 minutes, but both the balanced grip and the anchor grip in mouse mode, they actually, because of the size of it, because you can see it actually adds a bit of bulk to the casing. And so I'll actually just take that one off for a second, and I'll just put, which one? This one? Nope. Where'd it go? That's left. That's left. There it is. No, that's right. There it is. This one right here. So I had the, there we go. Come on. I find I'm still learning on the best way to, there it is, slid on, there it is. So both the balance grip and the anchor grip actually feel, you can kind of see it over here, feel a lot more like a mouse. Like it's got a little bit more bulk to it. So I really like that comparatively to you know, if you use, and I don't have the, I'll just swap this off. Hold on a second here. I'll swap that off for, this is the feather grip I'm putting on. Feather grip. It's still very low profile, which is nice. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's impeding anything, but I find that the balance grip and the anchor grip actually make it feel a little bit bulkier. So you're actually, it feels like you're using like an actual like mouse, like a little bit bulkier, a little bit more of a pro mouse experience. So they all work really well, but I do find I like something a little bit bulkier. I would say probably of the two, if I was using it for the mouse specifically, I'd say the balance grip probably provides me just a little bit more of that texture hand kind of drop feel that I have in playing with a mouse. But I think they're all really usable and manageable. It all really comes down to, quite simply, what is your preference, right? How do you want to play? And I find that the ability with the attack vector is to be able to swap between those decisions allows you much more freedom. So I could actively see swapping between these three different grips depending on, hey, am I traveling? Am I at home? What kind of game am I playing? It allows for some of just that options as a gamer, and I think that's one of the things I like the most about the attack vector and the product. Big thanks to Genki for sending us over the attack vector swappable grip case for the Nintendo Switch 2. Hopefully you found this valuable. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.